Students, I am Madhuri Abhale from Saraswat International Academy. I am teaching Science of Standard 6. Here we are going to start chapter number 5, Separation of Substances, part 1. Students, we all know science is all around us. In day to day life, we perform so many activities or make observations which science is involved in it. Have you ever realized the scientific principles involved in each of the activities? How is the sugarcane juice turned into white crystalline sugar? So, in this picture, you can see sugar canes were lying on the table. With the help of sugar cane and with the help of machines, the sugarcane juice has been done. Now, with the help of this juice, the sugars were made, or jaggery is made out of molasses. How wheat is crushed or grounded, converted into fine wheat flour. So, in this picture, you can see the traditional method is used for converting wheat into wheat flour. So, you can see here two types of rock were taken. Okay, on the upper rock, one handle is situated. With the help of this handle, this rock will move in circular form, and this downward rock will never move. It will steady. Now you can see here one hole is given. With the help of this hole, these food grains were entered in these rocks. Now, when with the help of this handle we just move this rock in this direction, at that time the grains were crushed and converted into fine wheat flour here. Okay, so this method is used traditionally, but nowadays everyone knows that different types of machinery used for converting wheat into wheat flour. But when machinery is not invented, at that time people were using this type of rocks for making wheat flour from wheat grain. Now, students, in this picture, the modern people were converting this wheat in wheat flour. So, again, you can see here the wheats were transferred in this machine from above. Okay, but in second part, this wheat converted into fine and small particles of wheat flour. So, students, there are different methods we can use to convert food grains into flours. Now, in this picture, you can observe the tea is lying in this cup, but one strainer is given here. This is an equipment in scientific term. Now, why this strainer is called equipment? Now tell me, students, when your mom giving you tea in the cup, at that time she directly keep the tea into this cup? No, she will use this strainer before she give you this cup of tea for drinking purpose. Okay, now tell me, this strainer works on the basis of which principle? Now, this strainer is used for separating solid impurities to enter in this cup. You can see here this tea is in liquid form, okay, but this tea leaves is in solid form. आपने कभी किसी को टी लीव्स के साथ चाय पीते हुए देखा है? नो, दे ऑल वर यूज दिस स्ट्रेनर बिफोर ड्रिंकिंग द टी. अब ये स्ट्रेनर क्या काम करता है? ये स्ट्रेनर, ये जो टी लीव्स आपको दिख रहे हैं, वो क्या करता है? सेपरेट कर देता है फ्रॉम दिस टी. जब ये इम्प्योरिटीज़ अलग हो जाती है, आफ्टर दैट वी कैन ईजीली ड्रिंक दिस टी ईजीली. ओके, सो अगेन यहाँ पे इम्प्योरिटीज़ को सेपरेट किया विद द हेल्प ऑफ दिस स्ट्रेनर. नाउ you can see here one plate is full of poha. Now tell me what type of ingredients you can observe from this picture. You can observe chilies, peas, poha, then groundnut, lemon, coriander and different types of spices were also added for making this poha. Now tell me students, if you don't want to eat these chilies, what you have to do? What you are going to do? Think. Yes, अगर हम लोग को ये चिलीज़ नहीं खानी है तो सिंपली हम लोग क्या करेंगे? विद द हेल्प ऑफ आवर हैंड्स हम लोग उसको क्या करेंगे? अलग कर देंगे. ओके, सपोज़ मुझे ग्राउंड नट्स नहीं खाने तो मैं सिंपली क्या करूँगी? ग्राउंड नट्स को निकाल के साइड में रख दूँगी. ओके, दिस मेथड ऑफ सेपरेटिंग द इंग्रेडिएंट्स, it is called hand picking method because in this method we are using our hands. Okay, जब हम लोग impurities को और different substances को with the help of our hands अगर हम लोग उसको अलग कर रहे हैं या सेपरेट कर रहे हैं तो वो मेथड को हम लोग क्या बोलेंगे? हैंड पिकिंग मेथड. नाउ स्टूडेंट्स, this involve some basic principles of science, and science is learning by doing, and you will realize how learning becomes an enjoyable activity. So today we are having some basic ingredients to see how the substances get separated. All substances has basic requirements on the basis of which they are separated. Let's start by performing certain activities. Already we had done some activities before. Now some more interesting activities we are going to do. The next picture you can see here, the lady is standing on the table. Okay, and you can see here in her hand one plate like structure is given. It is called winnowing fan. Okay, you need to remember these all terms. This equipment is called winnowing fan. Now you can see some food grains were lying in this winnowing fan, and what she were doing, she is just throwing these seeds from some distance. Okay, and you can observe here some chopped or some dry husk is separated from these grains. Now tell me why this happened. So simply with the help of wind, these light husk or the stalks were separated from the grain, because these husks and stalks are lighter in weight, but food grains are heavier, so they are directly comes on this platform. Okay, so with the help of wind and with the help of this winnowing fan, we can easily separate the lighter particles from the grains. So that this method is called winnowing, because in this method, with the help of wind, the husk and food grains were separated. Now again, the next example of hand picking method. You can see here the grain is kept in this plate. Now with the help of hands, this person is separating the stone from these grains. That means if the size of impurities is same that of the grain, we cannot use the method of sieving to separate the impurities from grain. अगर हम लोग यहाँ पे sieve यूज़ कर रहे हैं, ओके, तो वो जो पार्टिकल्स है वो अलग नहीं होंगे, बिकॉज द साइज ऑफ द ग्रेन्स एंड द साइज ऑफ द स्टोन्स दे बोथ आर सेम. फॉर दैट we handpick the impurities from the grain. We simply used our hands to separate these stones from the grain. Here the important factors to consider are that the particles must be big enough so that they can be seen by naked eye and can be easily picked by hands. So again, this method is called hand picking method. Now you can see here floor, sieve and one bowl. Okay, now why this lady or why this person is using this sieve for separating the fine particles of flour? Just because in this flour some husks were left out and some solid or big substance were involved in this flour. By using this sieve, okay, this implement, or you can see this vessel, it is called sieve. With the help of this sieve, we can easily separate this fine flour from this solid impurity or solid component. So in this method, if the components of a mixture are in solid state and have different sizes, we use a sieve to separate them from each other so that the large particle will remain in this sieve and the small and tiny particles will transfer into this bowl. So tell me, this method you observed in which situation? So you can answer this. Your mom is always use this sieve for making a flour dough. Now students, in this picture the big sieve you can observe here. Now this type of sieve you can observe besides the construction process, okay, whether it is a building construction or whether it is a different types of construction sites. Now here you can see there are a mixture of sand particles as well as a mixture of big stones. For construction, this person needs tiny particles of sand. Now tell me how he differentiate the solid particles of stone and the small particles of sand. So simply he will use this sieve for separating the big stones from these small particles of sand. So you can see here he is just putting this mixture in this sieve. Okay, now you can observe here the small particles were transferring from this sieve and the big stones were gathered over here. So with the help of this big sieve, this person easily separate the bigger size of stones from this mixture. Now this method or this picture is showing a process of threshing. Now this is called stalks or dry husk. Okay, now this is called a solid platform. Here they were used some tanks, but in science we call it as solid platform. Now why they are doing this type of activity? So this process used to separate grains from dry husk and stalks is called threshing. So you can see here these husks are also having some food grains. Now these ladies wants to separate this husk from the food grains. Okay, these food grains they need to separate it from this husk, so that in this process the stalks are beaten on a solid platform. You can see here these ladies were beating this husk on this solid platform, so that with the help of force applied on this husk they are easily separate the grains from this husk to free the grains from it. But these methods were used traditionally. Nowadays different types of machineries like threshers are used to do this work. Now you all were knowing about this method. In this method butter is separating from buttermilk. Now tell me why this method were used for separating butter from buttermilk. Simply when we churn this buttermilk, at that time the butter will gather together and butter is lighter in weight, so it will float on the buttermilk, and easily with the hands we can separated the butter from the buttermilk. So this method is used for separating butter from buttermilk. Now again this food basket you can observe here. Okay, now I need to separate some fruits from this basket. So simply I will use my hands. Okay, with the help of my hands I will easily separate the fruits. So when we are using our hands for separating any substances, it is called hand picking method. Now this method is very important. So this method is used to separate the components from the mixture of salty water to pure water. Now you can see here a kettle is situated here, the beaker is here, this is a metal dish. Okay, and in this dish ice were given. Now you can see here the gas is on, and with the help of this gas the kettle is heating. Okay, so when the heating process is on, and in this kettle what we had fill, we just fill the salted water. Okay, so with the help of heating method, the salted water converted into vapors. It is called evaporation. Okay, then this kettle is closed from above. Okay, so the vapors will come from this way. So the hot vapors were touched on this plate. Okay, so this ice were is in cold form. Okay, so these hot vapors converted into water droplets and it will submitted in this beaker. This type of evaporation, condensation you can studied in 5th standard. Okay, because at the time of rain the evaporation of sea water is done by sunlight, the temperature of sun. Okay, after that after evaporation the vapors were gone up, and with the help of low temperature these vapors converted into clouds. Okay, and after that when condensation process done, the water droplets will come down in form of rain. So with the help of this method we can easily convert the salty water into pure form of water. Now in this picture you can see one dish, one magnet. Okay, in this dish some food grains were taken, and by mistakenly some iron fillings were mixed in this plate. Now I want to separate these iron fillings from this food grain. With the help of my hands I cannot separate the iron fillings from this food grain. So everyone knows that iron fillings are attracted towards the magnet. Okay, so with the help of magnetic principle, if we use this magnet over this dish, at that time easily that iron fillings were attracted towards the magnet, and the iron fillings were easily separated from these grains. So here we used magnetic effect for separating food grains and iron fillings. Now in this picture you can see harvesting method is used. Okay, now when crop were matured, after that harvesting method were applied. You can see here two different types of machines were working on harvesting process. Okay, you can see here this harvester is separating this husk from the ground, and with the help of this pipe the husk and the grains were transferred into the different machine. So with the help of harvester we can easily separate this husk from sand or land. Okay, then after again we easily separate the long husk from the food grains with this method. After that you can observe here food grains and husk, they both were involved or mixed in this machine. But after that, with the help of winnowing or winnowing fan, we can separate this husk from the grains. Now you can see here some cotton plants. Now everyone knows that the cotton balls, after maturing, these balls were burst out in cotton. Okay, in chapter number 3 we already learned this process, how we separate the cotton balls from the cotton. Okay, so how after maturing the ball burst open and the seeds covered with cotton fibers appear. You can see here cotton fibers were appear over here. From these cotton balls, cotton is picked by hands. जैसे ये कॉटन बॉल्स मेच्योर हो जाते हैं, ओके, एंड वी कैन सी दिस कॉटन्स वर लाइंग ऑन द बॉल्स और ऑन द सीड्स ऑफ द कॉटन प्लांट. And after that, with the help of hands, we are picked up these cottons and we separate these cottons from this plant. Now after separating these cottons, okay, the second method, we gain the cottons into the small strands. Everyone knows that what is strands. Strands means we are converting cottons into small threads. Now you can see here these machines are used for gaining purpose. In traditionally they are using combing method. Combing method means the big combs were used for converting these cottons into small strands. So this gaining process of separating fibers from seeds is called gaining. From the balls, cotton is usually picked by hand. Fibers are then separated from the seeds by combing. So everyone knows that in combing the big combs were used. So students, in this chapter we are going to learn how to separate the different ingredients or substances from each other. So in today's part we seen only introduction of the chapter. So from the introduction what we had learned, we just saw separation is needed to remove unwanted substances from mixture. Like water coming to our homes contains impurities such as chemicals, small dust particles, microorganisms, etc. Drinking such water could cause health problems. We need to separate these unwanted substances from water. So with the help of different examples or many examples, we saw how to separate unwanted substances. In next part we are going to read line by line from textbook. Thank you.